Good morning and welcome to the 75th anniversary NVC and NVC Foundation Memorial Day service. Out of concern for the health, welfare, and safety of the Niseis, our membership and community, this year's Memorial Day service is canceled. The COVID-19 virus and the governor's stay-home order prevents large gatherings at Lakeview Cemetery. But I hope you understand and accept this visual presentation in lieu of the on-site service. Before I get started, I'd like to make acknowledgments for many of our organizations that are represented in today's video. This year's Gold Star family is represented by the Kinoshita family. Francis Bako Kinoshita was a soldier in the 442nd Regimental Combat Team. He was killed in action during World War II. The representatives from the many organizations and community groups within the greater Seattle area by participating in today's memorial service. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob Kiga, for your years of service to the NVC and your chairmanship over the Memorial Day service, and for today's virtual Memorial Day service and your coordination and efforts. A special thanks to Leah Hidaka for volunteering to make this video for the 75th annual Memorial Day service. Leah is a junior at Mercer Island High School. She is active with her school, participating in the bands and also in sports. I also like to thank Leah's parents, the Hidakas. You must have great influence on your children and for Leah's service for the community and to the NVC. Leah, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to make one more acknowledge, and they come from the greatest generation. They have made sacrifices for this country to make it a better place to live for all of us. They are the Nisei veterans, their wives, and interred families. They made it better for all of us and the follow-on generations. It paved the way to make it much easier for us today. Americans enjoy freedom, but only a few defend it. Today, we honor those who gave their lives in support to defend our freedoms and the rights we enjoy today. This Memorial Day service and every Memorial Day service is held annually, in particular by the Nisei Veterans Committee and the NVC Foundation. Each Memorial Day service at Lakeview Cemetery has been ongoing for 75 years. However, this year, due to the COVID-19 virus, we are conducting the service virtually. Regardless of the format, it is to honor all veterans killed, and that's killed in action or died of wounds in combat, from all backgrounds who fought in any of our wars, conflicts, and operations. Memorial Day is also an opportunity for America to express its gratitude to the brave men and women who have died in military service. Since the Revolutionary War in 1775, nearly 1.4 service members have been killed or died of wounds in combat. But it's staggering to think about the 625,000 that were killed during the Civil War. The sacrifices of these men and women deserve the respect and attention of all Americans. Unfortunately, the number of those we honor continues to grow. Since 2001, the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq and around the world have accounted for over 14,000 casualties. The monument at Lakeview Cemetery, the War Memorial, was erected to honor war dead coming back from World War II. But if you take a close look at the base of the memorial, look at the dates and names inscribed. You'll find that they span from the Spanish-American War to the operation on the island of Grenada. Japanese-American soldiers who had given their lives in the Spanish-American War, Korea, Vietnam, Grenada have been added to the monument's base. I consider this place sacred ground for our brave men and women who defend our country and our flag. They have helped preserve our freedom, and hopefully we can all enjoy it in the future as well. In closing, we must remember that thousands of veterans have served in times of conflict, endured much while paying the price for all of our freedoms. Some of us know the extent of the physical sufferings and economic hardships they may have endured, while we remember those who were killed in combat, and we hold in our hearts the Gold Star families. We are here today to show our gratitude for their service and to think about the soldiers, sailors, and Marines and airmen who had left their home to defend our country. Each of them was instilled with a spirit of devotion to principle inspired by patriotism. They gladly went forward to join comrades, both old and young, to preserve our nation's heritage and freedom. We trust that their example will serve as a beacon for today's youth in our country who have so recently been called upon to uphold the honor of our flag. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May the spirits of the brave who loved this country and their parents be embraced by the gigantic universal compassion.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida. 가본 조세가 無浄土死が不満足政府上昇学ガオ無料公不意大接種不採小便具政府上昇学が市成仏の妙正長実法空教未正門政府上昇学臨欲人少年上映修門行死具無浄土異常天人師人力縁大公風商無才道少女三空名交際集約難回避知恵源滅死根門案閉塞小悪道通達年収門高層上満足医療老実法日合集重機天候音符源異種解放像公正空読法情報大集中説法四式空用一切物偶則習得本元年秩上満得意三害用尿物無下地通達未風書願学営利祈祷し最小尊志願約国家大仙王感動国書天人東宇珍妙系ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ願臨死苦毒平等性一切道本母大心往生安楽公ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナマンダナマンダナマンダ
We hereby offer our merit of chanting the sutra in order to honor all the Nisei veterans who served for the United States of America. We here honor the Japanese American legacies and offer the sincere prayer for everyone to attain the Buddha's enlightenment. We also pray for the eternal world peace, which has been contributed by the Nisei veterans and families, volunteers, and supporters to the community. May the Buddha and other deities cultivate the beautiful seeds inside us and help us attain perfect peace. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo.
Greetings. Our keynote speaker today is a 26-year veteran of the United States Navy and is currently serving in the Navy's JAG Corps. She hails from Seattle, and she's also a Husky. She earned her Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Administration and Accounting from the University of Washington. Her Juris Doctorate degree was from Northeastern University of Law, and her Master's of Law from the University of Virginia School of Law. She is admitted to practice state law in the state of Washington and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. She was commissioned as a naval officer in the JAG Corps in 1994. She served in various positions throughout her career, to include 2 sea tours. One tour aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, serving as the Assistant Command General Judge Advocate, and later aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt as the legal advisor to Carrier Strike Group 2. She also taught at the Naval Justice School, Navy Law School as an instructor, and eventually became the chair of the largest academic department. She has 3 tours to OIF and OEF. One of the 3, she served in Baghdad as the U.S. Embassy as Chief of Rule of Law for the multinational forces in Iraq. She also was the Navy Northwest Region's first recipient of the Outstanding Legal Professional Award, co-sponsored by the Kitsap County Bar Association and the U.S. Navy League. She is currently the Circuit Judge for the Northwest Judicial Circuit, Navy Marine Corps Trial Judiciary at Bremerton. I'd like to introduce Captain Ann Minami as our keynote speaker. Welcome, Captain Minami.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the Nisei Veterans Committee and the Nisei Veterans Foundation for the privilege to address the Nisei veterans on this very special and historic 75th anniversary of your Memorial Day ceremony. Congratulations on an amazing and proud milestone. Now, to our Nisei veterans, this Memorial Day 2020, we are in another challenging and difficult time for our nation and our world. We are not able to gather together in a large group. We can't provide you with all the appropriate pageantry that would depict the magnitude of the gratitude that we as a nation and a community have for your service and sacrifice. Now, of course, our nation is resilient and the pomp and circumstance will return. But for today, it was important for me to come to this special place, the Nisei War Memorial, where you have come for the last 75 years to pause, and as we would say in the Navy, to drop anchor and pay tribute to lost shipmates and to honor you, our Nisei War veterans. Now, I'm Captain Ann Minami, and I'm a judge advocate in the United States Navy. I'm stationed over in Bremerton as a military judge, and I just went over 26 years on active duty. I'm also a Nisei, and I'm about a generation removed from all of you. So like you, my parents came to the United States from Japan. They learned the language, and they made a life for themselves. And like you, I grew up in Seattle. I went to high school in Des Moines, and I did my undergraduate work at the University of Washington. And like you, I decided that I would serve my country in the armed forces. So I joined the Navy in 1994, and my first deployment was on the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. Now, it was about 7 years into my active service that 9/11 happened. So like you, when it became my generation's turn to go to war, I deployed 2 more times. Once on board the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt, and a second time at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, Iraq. But though I flatter myself trying to compare my path to yours, it's very clear to me that my way was made possible and smoother because of you, the Nisei veterans. So because of you and the communities that you built, I was able to grow up in a Seattle that had a rich and vibrant and respected Japanese American community. And because of you, I felt proud when I worked in the Seattle Federal Courthouse or when I traveled through the airports that are named in honor of Nisei veterans, William Nakamura and Daniel Inoue. It's because of you and the legacy of the famed 442 and the Military Intelligence Service that I strive to embody the same courage and purpose that you exemplified. So for all of you, the Nisei veterans that we remember and honor today, please know that those of us who serve in your shadow are inspired by you. Know that we are grateful for your example, and please know that we go forward each day in service to our country in a way that continues to honor you. So from this kid from Seattle, thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, and for the incredible legacy that you have left for all of us.
Good morning. 皆様、おはようございます。I am Yoichiro Yamada, Consul General of Japan. The NVC Memorial Day event is one of the most important events that I attend in my official capacity in Washington State. This year marks the 75th anniversary since the end of the Second World War, and it is a pity that we cannot physically get together for a service to commemorate and think over what this day means for us because of the ongoing pandemic. But through the thoughtful arrangement by NVC, we can share the same space through the computer screen. I want to thank NVC for inviting me to dedicate this video message. I want to say 3 things on this occasion. The first is, ありがとう、Nisei Veteran と関係者の皆様。or thank you, Nisei Veterans and NVC and families and supporters. The second is, 皆さん、お元気でお過ごしください。or please take care of yourself and stay safe. The third is, お会いできる日を楽しみにしています。or I'm looking forward to meeting you in the near future. As representative of the government of Japan, I cannot thank the Nisei veterans, their families, NVC, and its supporters enough for their contribution to the transformation of relations between Japan and the United States, from bitter enemies to closest friends and allies. Nisei soldiers voluntarily enrolled in the army to fight in the Second World War, despite the discrimination, deportation, and deprivation they had suffered. Their enrollment was, after all, about winning back public trust and honor for their ethnic and cultural identity in American society. Their bravery, patriotism, and sacrifice proved forever that Japanese Americans were true, loyal, Americans. It is thanks to you that the word Japanese has regained trust and come to be associated with integrity, despite the tragic war between our nations. It would be right to say that your contributions to your country have made an alliance possible. Today, Japan and the United States are not just friends, but true partners in every sense. Our military alliance is not just protecting our lives, but also our common values, principles, and institutions. And it is a cornerstone for the rule of law, freedom, and stability in the Western Pacific today. Last autumn, the government of Japan conferred the Foreign Minister's Commendation to NVC during the Veterans Day ceremony. The award was presented to express our government's profound gratitude to NVC's priceless role in bridging our two countries. I was much honored to personally present that award on behalf of the Japanese Foreign Minister that day. I repeat today the same words I said on that occasion. That is, thank you, NVC, for preserving the precious memory and passing on the important lesson to next generations. The coronavirus pandemic that is forcing us to live in lockdown is the biggest challenge to our lives since the Second World War. We see today that accusations are exchanged and rumors are flying. Emotions are high. Our lives are already severely disrupted, and the situation may get much worse as the economy is grinding to a halt. This is a risky time. And I often think about how people lived under the dark cloud of a depressed economy in the 1930s. What we learned from that time and what we should and should not do at the time of prevailing anxiety in the society. It seems to me that this memorial event provides us a somber occasion to think about the importance of reason and calm in the extraordinary crisis we are facing now. Therefore, I want to say thank you again for all you have done. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the near future when it becomes possible again. I hope everyone will take good care of themselves and stay healthy and stay safe. 皆様、どうぞお気をつけてお過ごしください。近い将来にまたお目にかかれるようになる日を楽しみにしています。Thank you for your kind attention. ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you for attending our 75th Memorial Day celebration on video. Glad you could join us. And thanks to Commander Tanimoto for your remarks and also your service in the U.S. Army. This year, even the COVID virus couldn't stop our commitment to honoring the World War II veterans and other veterans that followed, who sacrificed their lives in service to their country and their community. As we normally go to the monument at Lakeview Cemetery to honor these veterans, it's appropriate today that remember them here at the NVC Memorial Hall. For it is here that we could learn more about these heroes, see what they look like, and better understand who they are. These were all young men who accomplished so much in their lives, even before hitting their prime. Individually, they brought the highest honor, but oh, so much pain and heartbreak to their Gold Star families who love them. The price these families paid is unimaginable. The Nisei Veterans' record defending this country and the sacrifices they made changed the course of this nation. During a time when there was an atmosphere of discrimination at home, in Europe, these men broke the Gothic line. These men rescued the Texans of the Lost Battalion. And these men liberated Jewish people from the tyranny of the infamous concentration camp known as Dachau. In doing so, their actions also liberated their own families and the 120,000 Japanese Americans incarcerated across 10 internment camps in these here United States of America. They say actions speak louder than words. And these men shouted out to our nation that this is our country. So today, let's remember these young men from our community and thank them for their service. Then, as you visit the Memorial Hall throughout the year, take time to see who these men are and recognize them for being our heroes. Thank you again.